A little one for the money, two for the show, three. A aula de hoje é para aprender como fazer um pouco de improviso. Olá, Brasil! Olhar o mundo. Aqui, lá no Boveda, Rádio Terra. Boa tarde, todo mundo. Boa tarde, Brasil. Não, vocês têm outros acordes. Ok, eu vou falar e vocês podem pegar esses outros. Você pode fazer Fá. E você pode fazer um Dó. E Lá menor. Pode fazer Fá. Dó. Lá menor. Dó. Que é Fá. Dó. Stand by me. 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 Vamos fazer isso. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Vou tentar. Two. E faz. A little one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready now. Cool cat go, I said, don't you hey? Step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but stay hard for them blue suede shoes. Think again, if I. Well, you can knock me down, you can sit on my face, slandering my name all over the place. Do anything that you wanna do. Where's my... Eu vou parar. Agora vamos ter certeza que você sabe. Agora a primeira coisa que você aprendeu foi essa. Mas eu tô dando outra parte de brinde. Ok? Onde você vai pegar nessa primeira casa e você vai tocar um número. Olha como é esse número. Você faz 1, 2, 3, 4. Ops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Começa na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eu tô no 8. Now, Elvis, no início da música, olha o que ele faz. Ele faz assim. So this chord, everybody, is kind of what we're here to talk about today. We're talking about a way to play really cool sounding chords, really nice sounding chords, and also kind of get to know your guitar neck. So what we're going to do, we're going to just kind of take a stroll around the neighborhood. The guitar neck is the neighborhood. The strings, we're going to learn about the streets in the neighborhood, which is E Street, A Street, D Street, G Street, B Street, and back up to E Street. There's a high E Street. The uptown E Street. This is the downtown E Street. So we're going to learn about our neighborhood, and while we're doing that, we're going to kind of learn some fun chords. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to learn like this chord here. Nice little 3-note chords. Can you put me on that third? I think it's it's about the third scene. It's after the wide. I forgot to name it. Oh, I might have erased it. No, you know what? I did this. Oh, is it? It's there. What's the name of that thing? Yeah. Well, anyway, that's the one. But so we're going to learn this cool G minor chord. It's just like it's kind of a G power chord, but we're going to use that to understand a little bit about the G Street. There's like houses on these streets, and the third house on the G Street is the G note. on the E Street. Then we're going to go to this A7 chord, just 2 fingers. Then we're going to move the 2 fingers over here, and we go back to that G minor. A. And then we're going to learn how to take the same thing and bring it all the way up to here. All the way up to the so you got so we're going to learn this stuff today, but we're going to learn it in a really cool way. But before we get into that, I just want to say, so welcome back. We're in the first trimester of the Radio Terra music classes and guitar classes. I mean, we have all kinds of classes on this channel. And our band, Banda Terráquea, which in Portuguese means pretty much band of people that live on the planet Earth. So it includes, you guys are all in it. We're all theoretically part of the band, and our band members are pretty much, we've become quite a family. It's quite an extended family, but there's certain ones of us that are mostly here, and some that haven't been here for a while, and now they're coming back. But anyway, so we started this nonprofit, and there's one in Brazil and there's one in the U.S., and we give music lessons for free as kind of a way to, it's our own selfish project where we figure if people are happier playing music, then the world will be there'll be more gigs for us to play. Whenever anybody's happier, it's better for everybody. Prices are lower, everything's better. So anyway, we just thought that's something we can do, and no one's going to complain that we're making a political statement. We're just like, if you play music, you'll probably be happier, and that's good. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So today, this is the first lesson. Now, what I'm going to do, in case a lot of people find my classes and take them later, but these are live. So if you have a question you want to ask, you can come here on Tuesday, and that would be like my class is at 3 p.m. New York time. It's pretty early. California time, it's like around 11 a.m. And I forget what it's like in Europe. So that's kind of, so you can come here and ask me a question live, or you can send one in, and all you have to do to get onto this, into the system here, it's really cool. We won't spam you. We have a real nice cookies thing where you can say accept the cookies, reject the cookies, customize the cookies. So I only want to get the material for the classes. I don't want to get anything. I don't want to hear about your free cooking recipes. I don't want to hear about your shows. Anyway, it's pretty cool, and so it's all on our website. And all you have to do is put your name in and where you want to get whatever you want to get. A lot of times there's a lot of materials for the class. Today we just have these chords, so you'll be able to get these. You can get into the folder and get them. So that's kind of how it works. You just sign up, put your name in, and if you hit the like button, the like bell, you can get reminded of where to find these classes. It's Radio Terra Project on YouTube. Also, we have it on Facebook, and we're starting a live stream on Instagram. So anyway, so what we're going to do now, we're going to run around the neighborhood and get to know some cool chords. And also, just for, I've been doing these classes for about 3 years, I think. And I just want to, right off the start, we do things in a real numbered kind of system, There's 8 notes, main notes. And we go by the numbers so that it's easy to remember stuff. And there's certain little memory things you got to know, that really helps. Instead of learning these little micro details, you learn a few macro details. Like there's 8 notes in a scale. A scale is something you need to know what it is. And it's the thing that anybody that's... So, by the way, I'm just going to ask you to go ahead and mentally raise your hand if you find this class and you're not here right now. But when you show up, I'll ask you a question and just raise your hand mentally. So how many of you out there knows what a scale is? I do. It's the thing that goes do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And there was that do, a deer, a female deer. Okay, that whole thing from The Sound of Music. And how many people have ever heard of that movie? I have. If you haven't heard of it, don't worry about it. But anyway, it's a scale, and that's how we do stuff. So basically, we're on the neighborhood here. It's got these streets. So can we do a tight zoom on my guitar so I can show the streets a little bit? So we have this right here. We have this low E string. So that's E Street, and then the A string, that's A Street. And then we have D Street, that's the fourth string. And the third string is G Street. The second string is B Street. And then we have an E Street again, okay? Okay, those are the streets. And on the streets, there's houses. Yeah, so we're here on the E Street. And it's just like, we're not on, the E Street begins at the beginning of the street. And then there's a house. The first house on E Street is F. Okay, and so we're not even going to get into the whole thing, but let's do the E scale, and we're going to do it by the numbers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8. Okay, 1, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So there's 7 notes, and so the first house on the street just happens to be, so we're going to get, so you don't need to memorize all the stuff, but let's just kind of get to know the neighborhood a little bit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you some cool chords, and right now we're just going to learn the neighborhood. So show me the first and second position thing again, Gabe. So here's some chords here, and so we're going to go up, so we're on the E Street, and then the names of the chords are kind of based on this thing called the root of the chord. The root. So it's like the main, so if it's a G chord, the root of the chord is a G. And it's reference to this G scale, being that the G is the 1 of the chord. But now we're on the E Street. So we're going up this E Street, and we're going up to to find this G chord, we got to go up. So we're going up first house. So the third house on E Street is a G. So that's a good thing to kind of remember that. So maybe if you can remember, like 5 things every week, that's like you're going to learn a lot. You'll learn really fast. So we're on this G Street. And then what we're going to do, a lot of you guys probably know this power chord. It's kind of like, see that G minor 7th? That little M is minor. But see how the two, on that one, the 2 notes there are like on the 3rd and 2nd string. But we're going to, so I'm on this power chord. The 2 notes are on the B, the 2nd and 1st string. So you got this really powerful G chord. Almost heaven. See, we're almost in heaven. So anyway, so now we take those 2 notes and we just move them over. But we're still on that now. So we're in this 3rd house. Okay. This whole house across here is the 3rd. It's kind of, no, wait. We're going to call it the 3rd house. But we could think of it as like we're on this G Street and we're going to go up. So there's a house there's this house, the 3rd house on the G Street right here is a G. And then we also going to go on this, we're also kind of in this 3rd house on another street. So we're going to find this, so this is the 3rd house on the E Street is G. Now we're going to go over here to the G Street. Now, how many people have organized in their minds? It's really important to know the names of your guitar strings or your streets. So, what was that thing? Oh, I know. Eddie always. What is that? What? Yeah. So Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. That's how you remember the streets. E. Eddie ate dynamite. G. Goodbye, Eddie. So you can remember that. So we're going to go over to the goodbye street, 3rd string, G string, and we're going to go up 3 houses. And listen to that sound. Then we're going to go up 3 houses. We're going to go to the B Street. We're going to go up 3 houses. And there they are. And so remember I told you could learn some cool chords without, see the chord I was playing was, you got to use a lot of fingers. But this one, you can get a lot of the same kind of a deal, only with just a few fingers. It's kind of nice. So this is a G minor 7th. Now, you don't have to know a lot of stuff. You don't have to get into what's a minor. However, raise your hand if you know what a minor and a major is. I do. But difference between a minor and a major. So it's the 3rd note in the scale. So we could go on to the G Street. Okay. So we're on the G Street. There it is. We're going to go. So we're going to go up to that G scale. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, or 1. So look where that 3 is. What? Wait a minute, I didn't hear you. We have a student that says, "Hi, I'm tuned in." Hey, man, you're tuned in. What's your name? Tocorsi. Okay. Well, man, I'm glad you're tuned in. So, so you know the difference between a minor and a major? Of course you do. And if you don't, then that's a good thing because you're going to learn a really cool thing today. What did he say anything? Okay, well, Put him up on the screen. Let me see it in his name big. Can I see it? Drag him over there. Okay. Ow. Oh, to Corsi. Hi, I'm tuned in. All right, man. Okay, so stay tuned in. So we're on the G Street, and we're gonna go up to the third note. There it is. Now, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Like, do you remember when John Mayer played that song on the? It was kind of like and then commemoration of Michael Jackson, and he just went. So that's how it started. He went up to the third of the G scale, and then he played this G note on the E Street. So he went up to on the G Street, the third note he goes, and then he went, our famous note here on the second string. Anyway, so this is kind of how we're getting used to our neighborhood. So you can say, wow, we're learning some really basic, boring stuff. No. Man, he played that really close. So there's the third note, right? Well, we're going to do the flat note. So to make a chord minor, you go to the third note and you move down. And so these houses that we're talking about on our streets, the houses, they're a half a tone apart. So when we go up a scale, watch what happens. We go, let's go down to the E Street again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So watch what happens. We go from 1, 2, so that's a whole tone. And then we go up another whole tone, 3. And now, this is something that you're going to save yourself a lot of time if you just learn this right now. That 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 are the half tones intervals in a scale. 3, 4, 7, and 8. That's all you got to know, and you can build any scale. It's a big deal. Okay? So you got that? If you got that, raise your hand. I got it. Okay, so we're going up E Street. Okay, then we're going up G Street. So we went up a whole tone up to 2, a whole tone up to 2. So what is it to 4? 3 and 4. It's a half step, whole tone, 7, 7, 8's a half step. Okay, so basically to make a chord minor. So, Why by Michael Jackson wouldn't sound good if we went. That would sound weird. But anyway, so the minor, so that's why this is a minor. So you kind of are getting to know the neighborhood a little bit. You kind of know in this G minor world here. Now let's kind of move to the A Street. Let's play that. And then we got an A7th chord. And so look how good these, so let's just run through these chords and see how cool they sound together. So what I want you to do, and we're, by the end of this class and during your training for this week, is I want you to kind of check out the neighborhood. So you're on E Street with this G. Whoop. Here we go there. Then you just move your fingers over. Well, I like going back to the A7. Then we go back to go to the A. Then we're going to go over this D. So that's a D major ninth. So you got these chords, and you can slide on. Now, let's have a little bit more fun with the neighborhood. So let's just go to this A seventh. So here we are in the neighborhood. We got this A, the A street. And then we're in the second house of the D street. And then we're on the second house of the B street. And we're just got wide open on that G street. And that's kind of weird. And so I'll just kind of reveal a little thing, but this is an A seventh. And if you go up the scale of this, you can start here on the A. Well, let's just start right on the A street. Let's see. We're going to go on this A street. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, how far do we go to get to 4? Half step or whole step? If you said half step, you're right. 3 and 4 half step. Now we're on 4, so we keep going whole steps. 4, 5, 6. Now we're on 7 and a half step. So that's why it sounds like a scale. Seven. Or we can go. And then here. Whoa. Let's start over, sorry. So we went all the way up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can find them here too, but anyway, so 6. And then 7. So write 7 to 8. But check this out. This chord, it doesn't have that 7th. So this is what it sounds like with the real 7th note of the scale. So it's like, it could be like that song. When you hold me. It's the sweetest thing you are. So anyway, that song. You don't know, babe, when you hold me, it's the sweetest thing you. I don't know the words, but anyway, but it. What? Oh, that's right. It's the sweetest thing you are. So that's what it sounds like. So that's not an A seventh. That's an A. If you want the real 7th, you got to call it the major 7th. But you don't know, babe, when you hold me. Oh, you can put that D. It's the sweetest thing you. You are. Whoop. You are. The sweetest thing you are. You are. That's weird. The sweetest thing you are. You don't know, babe, when you hold me. Oh yeah, you land on the 7th. Wow, you land on the 7th note. of the F scale. Okay, so that's the sound. But the sound we got this A7th is not that sound. But all you got to do is just bring that up, and you got an A major 7th. But we're going to play this A7th. And so what's going on? So this is going to be this last big thing for today's lesson, is that an A7th is not the real 7th. It's the dominant. It sticks out. Listen how this thing sticks out. I mean, it just sticks out all over the place. Like when Stevie Ray Vaughan plays. See. So anyway, so first of all, he's going to a flat 7. One. A whole tone down is a flat 7. So all kinds of rock music is based off of that flat 7th. Okay, so here we are on this A7th. So check it out. It's dominant. So why is it dominant? So here's the so here we are in. Let's see. What's the name of that song? Couldn't Stand the Weather. So he's playing. Listen to that. That's the dominance of. That's the dominant 7th of the chord. So anyway, it sticks out. So this sticks out. When you play the major 7th, it kind of blends in more. I mean, it's there. So anyway, but it's the dominant 7th. And I think, and so that's why it's an A7th. So it's not the real 7th. So if you understand that, if you have any questions about that, send them over. We'll talk about it more. But basically, I want you to play with these chords, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a homework thing to do. So we got this A7th. So you got. Whoop. So what you can do, because you got A7, now you can go up. So there's two formats we can go. Can you do a tight on me, Gabriel? So here's the A7th. Let me get a little more light on this baby. Can you aim that light just a little bit more on this neck right here? That one right there. Right. I'm sure it's enough, but I just want to make sure they're seeing it really good. Yeah, so. Then you're going. See how we are? So we're going to go back and forth. Maintain this position. Okay, then we're going to go back to the original A7 format. Original. Now we'll go back. Okay, you got it. And And then what I want you to do is just kind of like see if you can pay attention to what street you're on. So we're on the G Street. Now we're going to go up a half tone on this 4th string. Half tone, whole tone. Now with this, so what changes is the B string. Then we're going to go up a half tone. We'll do a whole tone. Other whole tone. Half tone. Anyway, you can play around with that a little bit, but basically just get to know the neighborhood. And next week we're going to work on some of the we're going to get to know the neighborhood, we're going to get to know the numbers, and we're going to get into the blues a little more, going the pentatonic scale inside and outside of the playing inside and outside of the, getting you guys outside of the pentatonic box, which is the pentatonic is just a 5-note scale, and so the box of it is like. We're going to get you out of that with some really fun stuff. So anyway, any questions, you can get me back into the wide. Any questions you have, just send them along. Gabe, put me in wide, please. Just send them along, and when you sign up, you can just send me a message if you want, and show up live and ask any questions you want. Okay, so it's nice to see you guys, and I'm glad to be back. So have fun in the guitar neck neighborhood.